I am Giovanni Reyes, an Igorot of Sagada Mountain Province in the Philippines, an Indigenous Peoples highland area. In my capacity as President of the Philippine ICCA Consortium and member of the Global Environmental Facility Indigenous Peoples Advisory Group, I have participated in country partnerships with our national focal point for the Convention on Biological Diversity. One partnership is the Philippine Indigenous Peoples Community Conserved Territories and Areas project that pushed the Philippines at the forefront of inclusive conservation in the Asia region. Here also, Indigenous peoples demonstrated that through indigenous knowledge-based inventory of resources, 158,000 hectares of ICCAs can hold 10.5 million tons of carbon or equivalent to gas emissions of 7 million cars annually. Given this contribution of Indigenous peoples, I would like to see the Philippine government delegation take the lead in providing a more explicit recognition of the relationship between commitments in the global biodiversity framework and land ownership rights of Indigenous peoples. In the language of Draft Target 3, there is no mention of Indigenous peoples and local communities, but only protected areas and a concept called Other Effective Area-Based Conservation Measures, or OECM. While protected areas are legislated with boundaries, OECMs have yet to be incorporated in national laws. On the other hand, ICCAs are shaped by hundreds of years of practice under customary law and traditional institutions of self-rule, while the concept of OECM is barely 10 years old with relatively unknown criteria. To become an effective layer of protection for biodiversity, OECMs should first be grounded in learning exchanges at subnational levels and scaled up at national and international levels to develop a governance type with other stakeholders. While indigenous practices in conservation arise from self-determined development and are already guaranteed as rights under treaty conventions and therefore consistent with international obligations, I call on the Conference of Parties to align 80% of the planet's biodiversity found in indigenous lands with Target 3, this time embedding an explicit text recognizing the collective lands and territories of Indigenous peoples. Thank you.